congregation, assemble right now. Let's go. All right, so Okay, the intro's over. Time to grab your drink and sit down. Come on, we're starting. Okay, calm down. Relax. We have one hell of a show planned out for you tonight. So just everybody calm down. I said calm down. Now go sit down, grab your drinks, put the cat out, close the door, pull the drapes, turn out the lights, settle back into your favorite chair, grab an adult beverage, and relax. It's going to be a good show. It's kind of like a first date. I'll do all the work. All you got to do is sit there and shut up and listen. No. Okay, that's partially true. Now listen, I'm going to drink and tell lies. You're going to drink and believe them. If you don't do your part of this program, you're not part of this. This is a very symbiotic relationship. If you're not drinking and believing the stories I'm telling you, what good is the whole program? You've thrown everything all out of kilter. We cannot continue if you're not going to do your part. So let's begin right now by raising a glass. I'm sure that Two Bear would be here if he could be, but he's playing accountant tonight. Yeah. No Two Bear. So you know what happens when you're not here, when you're not present, you get blamed for everything. Anything that fucks up is Two Bear's fault. You always blame it on the guy who's not there. Don't act like you don't know that's true. You guys do that at work too. Something fucks up, you look around. If Kenny ain't there, then it was Kenny that fucked it up. You could, well, how did Kenny get in trouble? You weren't there to defend yourself. Every one of us said it was you. That's just how it goes. Been that way since I was a kid. All the way back into school. Don't act like you guys haven't done that before. You have. All right, raising a glass right now, circling the wagons. The Bottom of the Glass Nation show is about to begin. Today is Tomash's birthday, or I don't know, he's in Israel. He's you don't even get today off, Tomash. You're going to grab a weapon, you're going to get on that wall, you're going to stand a post, and you're going to make sure that nobody bothers us during our show. Tomash is our number one guy over in Israel. It is his birthday. He's 38 years old today. And what he does is he guards that eastern border of the Bottom of the Glass Nation so that we can all enjoy these evenings. Don't think that this all comes without a cost. No. Good thing is he works for Twinkies and Zingers, and so it's really easy to keep him up on that wall, which is good. So, Tomash, happy birthday. Been around a really long time, big part of the program. All right, so my Stream Deck is not working. Fucking Two Bear. My Stream Deck is not working. There's a split screen there like that. And hey, up. Jesus Christ. Anyway, aren't you supposed to be doing the sheets? Aren't you? Okay, read the sheets, son. Go.
I never learned how to read. What are you talking about? You're expecting me to be able to read?
If you can't read, pack your shit and get out of my house tonight.
I'll try my best.
There you go.
Jennifer Whitehead, good evening, handsome general and Bottom of the Glass Nation family.
That's one handsome for the general, getting close.
Dingo got my baby.
Dingo got my baby.
Gen X Kid was on one day and I said g'day from Australia and he did a funny voice saying Dingo got my baby.
A dingo ate my baby. A dingo ate your baby. It's ate your baby. It's from a movie.
But what was his real name?
Whose real name?
Can't hear me.
Can't hear you?
Yeah.
How about now?
How about now?
How about now?
I don't know. I can't hear myself.
Good, because he didn't say shit. In fact, some of the stuff he said, I'm glad you didn't hear.
Jennifer Whitehead, good evening, handsome general and Bottom of the Glass Nation family.
Dingo ate my baby.
I'm going through everything I just said.
Okay, go.
Don't act like I didn't. Gosh. Dingo got my baby. Gen X Kid was on one day and I said g'day from Australia and he did a funny voice saying Dingo got my baby.
That's the thing.
So I called myself that. Sandy, dad bod veteran, who does Gen X Shorts, had his very first podcast today. His response to my comment makes me think he would love to do an episode together with the Gen.
Okay, who is she talking about?
I did research like a little bit before the show when I saw that.
Okay, slow down and speak clearly. You're slurring everything like a drunken sailor.
I just woke up, dude. Give me a break.
Answer the question. Who is she talking about?
I did some research on him right before. He has 40K on YouTube.
That's 40,000, and he's talking about subscribers.
40,000 subscribers.
He's just going to speak in slang like you guys get it.
40,000 subscribers. He's made a ton of shorts, and yeah, he posted his first podcast, and I'll check it out and see what's going on.
But what does she want me to do? She wants me to...
She said you guys would be a more dynamic duo on
And what is his name?
The Dad Bod Veteran. Dad Bod
Veteran. All right, I'm in so far.
Would he be a better dynamic duo than us?
Well, anybody would be better than us.
We're top 5 dynamic
duos of all time.
Now we're back at the bottom.
We're back to zero
I dragged
again.
us down to the bottom.
You
That's my fault.
that one
I'm
up
sorry.
with one phrase.
I really
We're
threw
great.
that one.
What? I don't know.
Scott Royston, welcome to the Bottom of the Glass Nation.
He's been there before. He must have just re-upped his membership.
Yeah, and Kaiser Wilhelm the second.
Not the first.
Don't forget the second.
The second.
Not junior.
No.
The second.
The second.
Der Kaiser ist here. That's how he said it.
Yeah.
And he said, let's have some fun. I'll be drinking my Jägermeister.
I'm glad you quit pursuing that German accent because you were going to fuck that all
No,
up.
I wasn't even trying to do a German accent. That's just how I read it, you know?
You just read it stupid?
Yeah.
Der Kaiser. And then you went back to speaking normal?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that's how he typed it out. Der.
That's because like Der Wiener Schnitzel, man. That's how Germans talked back in the day.
Yeah, he sounded stupid when he
Der
said der.
stuff. No,
exactly, yeah.
no. It only sounds stupid.
And when he says
in
mein
American.
Jägermeister, mine.
Und Kant mein. Der Meister.
Noel or Noel. What is E with the 2 dots above? I know it's accent marks, but what accent am I supposed to do there?
German. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Nursing a work-related injury. My foot is effed up. Hurts like a Mother Hubbard.
Who are you reading?
Noel.
Oh, all right. I thought you were just doing
thought you think I just said Noel's name just
No,
because?
I didn't know what you were doing.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
All
Well, Noel,
right.
we're here.
Okay.
Kaiser Wilhelm.
The second. Gotcha.
Also, the super chat before and this one are both for Der Whiskey Fund.
Der Whiskey Fund.
Well,
Not
the fund
dumb
has
whiskey
the fund has accent marks on it.
It doesn't matter. It's not.
How do you
it's not
say it?
Dumb. It's not der as in
Fund.
dumb. It's not
Did it
dumb
say
whiskey.
Like with the 2 accent marks, how do you say it?
Der.
No, the fund. It has the U.S. accent mark.
Fund.
Fund?
Fund.
Okay,
All
hold
right,
on.
so
Wait,
now
I
with
have
me.
more. I have more.
No, you had your chance.
One more.
We're
I
done.
have 2 more. I have
Nope,
2 more.
you're
2 more.
already
I
off screen.
promise. I
Done.
promise.
We're
I'm
off-
wait,
I
but
will
they can
cut
still
your
hear me.
mic off. Now your mic's off. All right, so let's not forget. We got to do some housekeeping, as the kid calls it, when he does his show on there. You got to talk about Patreon. Everybody gets an email half an hour before the show letting you know about Patreon. Okay, that's important. There's also something coming up in a little bit I'm going to talk to you about that's on Patreon. It's also important. So for $1, you get to see all the backlog, 2 years of behind the scenes stuff with Gen X Talks. Plus for $1, you get to see, you get the email. You get a private email saying, hey, we're going on YouTube or Facebook in 30 minutes and let you guys know, brief little something. Not always does Facebook and Rumble and YouTube let you guys know. So because they don't let you know what's going on, we have to we send up smoke signals. That's the only thing I could think to do. Okay, smoke signals from back in the day is part Indian. I know how to do it because the blanket, the smoke, goes way high. Everybody can see it. And being that we're on a flat Earth, everyone can see it from all over the planet. Now I'm not leaving anybody out. So there you go. Patreon. I'm hoping somebody put up a link like the guy doing the sheets. Put up a link to Patreon. That's kind of your job.
Me? I'm on the show, man. Turn on my mic. I'm on the show,
Your
man.
mic's on. Your camera's off, but your mic's on.
I'm on the show, man.
So who put up? Did anybody put up a link?
Josh did, because
Okay,
Josh the
all
man.
right.
That's his job.
All right.
That's what he does.
But I told you to have for our next thing,
Oh, my
for the new podcast, I told you to have a couple special links ready that Josh would not have access
They're
to.
on the sheets. They've
All right.
been on the sheets.
So what it is the podcast. Now, last week you heard my wife and the kid, and it had been the worst podcast ever produced by anybody of all time. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. It didn't sound right. It didn't look right. Post-production was horrible. Well, what did you expect? I wasn't there. But this week's, the one we recorded today, was a lot of fun.
Hey, I'm just saying, why'd you adjust the picture when you put it on there?
You don't know if I did that.
I did. I saw
You're
it.
supposed to be taking care of the thing over there.
I already did.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that you got to be able to watch the podcast, either listen to the audio or watch it. Now the link comes out tonight. It drops at midnight, 12:02 Los Angeles time, and the podcast will be up. It's my wife and I. This one was super, super, super fun, and the video of this podcast, because now we're starting to do that. Every one of these has an audio. 3 days later, the video portion of this will come out. Same podcast, but just you get to see our reactions. It'll be on YouTube 3 days later. So for tonight, be looking for that. Tomorrow morning on your ride to work, whatever you're doing, you can get it out of your system. It's about an hour long, and it's a good one. It's a lot of fun. I would tell you if it was bad. I told you when last week's was bad. I was honest about that my son and my wife couldn't do it without me. I was very honest about how they can't do the job without the general. I did straightforward on that. I'm telling you, this one came out much better because I was involved. All right. Another thing we do is Discord server. You guys know the Discord server? That is just a bunch of chat rooms just for old people. They talk about guns here. They talk about politics. They talk about food. Really easy to poke your way around and talk about the topics you want. But on Monday night, Trippy Dippy Pineapple and Lionheart produce a movie. We get to see this one is Aliens. And for those of you old people, you know back then this was scary. Sometimes there's 5 of us watching the movie. Sometimes there's 50, but it's a lot of fun to say you've been there. So Discord, if you can get to the Discord server, just log in. It's free, and it's a ton of fun. All right.
Hey, what's the national day today?
National Day?
Yeah, what's the national day?
Wasn't it on the cover picture of the live stream?
So it's just the layup,
Like-
where you take it.
Oh,
the alley-oop.
Okay.
And you're like
go
D-Wade,
ahead.
LeBron.
Ask that again.
Hey, Dad,
Yeah.
do you know the national day today?
Why, yes, son, I do. This is National Get Your Funk On Day or something.
Get funky.
Get Funky Day. Well, you're in the right crew. Because
Oh, yeah. I get funky every day.
Okay,
Like, no, everybody wants to be...
not that green stuff that grows between your ball sack. Not that kind of funk.
No. I'm telling you, everybody wants to be a white boy until they have to play that funky music, man. Like, everybody's
You know,
like...
I got to tell you, the only person that I know that is watching the live stream that could possibly have ever said that they got their funk on when funk was on is the Sun Valley Fox, my brother-in-law.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the
He
only
wasn't
one.
just funky. He was foxy.
He was foxy, funky.
Yeah.
He had the van with the shag carpet. I mean, he's about as funky as you get. I think KC and the Sunshine Band, he used to haul him around. He was their tour van.
He was formerly known as the Sun Valley Funky Fox, but it was too much.
Yeah, too much to say.
And it was only the 70s.
It's hard to sign that as an autograph,
exactly.
too.
So it was that's why he's formerly
Sun Valley
known.
Funky. Now
That's why he's formerly known as.
condense it. He could have
Yeah.
kept it just Funky Fox, but those days moved on. You're always the Fox.
Exactly.
You can't always be funky. So
Exactly.
I get that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, there's also National Rhode Island Day.
Why would there be a day for a state?
I don't know. Is there a California Day?
No.
Oh, there's also Do Something Nice Day, which you haven't done yet.
Is it today?
Yes.
Okay. Are you still breathing?
Yeah.
I've done something nice.
What? That's not
I
nice.
let you live.
Wow. This
Wasn't
is
that
amazing.
nice to me?
Okay, one last one.
All right.
National Apple Betty Day. I don't know what that is.
National
It
Apple
looks like
Betty?
it looks like a dish
Apple
with
Betty?
oats and apple.
An
Like,
apple
it's,
Betty? Is it a dessert?
Yeah, it looks like it. Ice cream,
National
oats.
Apple Betty. You better
I've never
consult
had
the
it.
comment section.
Yeah, I've never had it.
They're probably telling you right
Guys,
now. There's
thoughts?
probably Mrs. Ford would tell you what national.
Oh, she's probably made it. She probably
probably
invented
made it.
She probably invented it.
She invented it. Yeah, she was. You know when she invented it? She was sitting right next to Betsy Ross, who was sewing the flag in the Stars in a Circle.
Oh, wow.
And Mrs. Ford said, "Look what I made." It goes back
An
that
Apple
far.
Betty.
An Apple Betty.
But she didn't. What was the original name though?
Well, it was Betsy, but Betsy was making the flag. She didn't want to confuse the two, so
Oh,
Apple Betty.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what an Apple Betty is. Does anybody know
Me
what an
neither.
Apple Betty is?
Kind of like a crisp. I don't know what a crisp.
Kind of like a crisp.
apple crumble. I don't know what an apple crumble is.
I kind of know what. No, yeah. See, 2 people said Dragon Slayer Jade and Sandy both said like an apple crisp. I kind of think I know what that is. You see, this is why we need Mom for culture. We get lost on this stuff.
We should have done this National Day on the World Show.
We
Then
should
people
have.
would know. People
Everybody would have known.
Yeah.
All right. So where was I? I had
Where
stuff
were you?
going on. Here we go.
You're still here. You haven't left.
All
You're in
right,
the same
that's
spot.
podcast, movie show, and we go to Pigskin Pick'em. Real quick, let's talk about that. Every week they pick the winners. You can see where Gen X Mom's at. She is in 7th place. She is climbing. She is not going to be happy until she ends up in 1st place. And every single year, I think we're on our 5th year of doing this, and about the same number of people play. It's about 60 people that are all. There's no money. There's no players. There's no. All you do is look at the 2 helmets and pick which team you're going to win. I want to say out of the 5 years, she has finished 4 of those years in the top 3. So the trick is to beat Gen X Mom. That's right. You got to beat my chick because she's really, really good at this. She watches game film at 2 a.m. So that's how dedicated she is. All right. So this one I need some help with you, kid.
You realize how we didn't talk about our place in Pigskin Pick'em?
No, we kind of left that all to
Anyways,
ourselves.
yeah, go. What's
Yeah,
next?
go Mom.
Yeah, go, Mom.
Hey, do you know our names in chess? Because people want
Yes.
to play us. Can you put it in the chat section?
Yes.
If you guys go to chess.com, just look up players. I'm playing, the kid's playing, and I'm getting my ass kicked by, what's his name? Big Will Bomber?
Yeah.
Big Will Bomber is just beating the shit out of
Man,
me.
I have so much fun playing him because it's so neck and neck. I struggle to play against him.
I've been playing with D, the Moonwraith, and I whoop her ass. We played 35 games. I got 35 wins. Then all of a sudden, I got 2 losses.
I played with her once or twice, and I beat her, and we haven't played since.
I got 2 losses to her.
Yeah.
Now, considering that I'm a poor chess player,
Yeah.
and I'm kicking her ass, but I lost twice.
To her?
Yeah.
Well, one of them was a stalemate. I remember you showing me that.
Well, yeah. What I didn't think that was
so
stupid.
funny.
How do you have a stalemate in
She
chess?
had no moves.
She could have moved into my path and died.
You can't do that. That's an illegal move.
Well, I lost 2, and I went back and go, how did I? Because you can go review your game. I went back and looked at those. I lost on time because time expired. I'm like, that's how she pulled out a win? Because I lost on time? Good God.
The daily games, I am so thankful I have respectful chess players with me because they give me, if you run out of time, you can either take the win or give them extra time. They always give me extra time because sometimes I can't get to the game.
Hey, the jar is not empty, and the jar does not have the new $2 whore.
Have they donated under $2?
I don't know, but we have a new $2 whore that goes into the jar if you donate $2. And if anybody can figure out who the $2 whore is, I will go to the Library of Congress of Gen X Talks, and I will pull out one of everything we have for sale, and I will send it to you for free. If you can figure out who this is, I will send it to you.
Library of Congress at
Gen X Talks. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But he's got to clear the jar first, and then you guys got to put in some... Because right now, now the jar's cleared. All right, so let's go back to what we were politely saying. Move along from the chess names. I'm sure you put those in there. Real quick. Okay. I wrote a story. I write sometimes... and I write inspirational things. They're not stupid quotes. They don't go on a coffee mug. They don't go on a doormat outside your front door. I write in a weird way, and I don't write very often anymore. But the other day, Mrs. Fort Watton said, hey, you need to go write something. So I did, and I put it up, and it was called Stay, and I put it up on, if your name is green, and you're part of the YouTube community, go read it there. It's also on Patreon. If you're a part of Patreon, you can go read it there. Patreon also has... I think like 7 other long stories, part 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s. But you got to scroll back a long ways in Patreon to scroll, but they're there. And there's some really good stuff in there, the stuff that had some real good meaning. But I just wanted to say thank you for, I haven't written anything in a long time. This was kind of a short story. Thank you guys for all the kind words that you guys sent, because there was a lot in the comment section on both places. But the big impact was what everybody sent me privately, and that meant the world. Thank you guys for doing that, because you get gun shy if you write something and people don't like it, then you don't want to write anymore because people think it's funny. So anyway, as you can see, there's a lot going on in Gen X Talks and in the Gen X Talks community, and it is tough for us to keep going. So the other day, the kid took a snapshot to give you guys a quick peek, some inside information to how we get through these monster days. When we're running low on energy, he has a glass of milk and a zinger. I get a glass of milk and pain pills that help me get through my day.
Love me some zingers, man.
That was a real picture. We sat down to do that, and he goes, don't eat those yet. And I go, why? He goes, no, he took the picture.
It was funny. It was a funny picture.
Because that was really what we were doing. And don't act like you guys don't have zingers and pills, too. You do. It's a party. All right, so I stumbled across...
They don't show your zingers that you already ate.
Yeah, the 19 zingers. No. Not even the wrappers.
Literally took 30 seconds, and they were gone.
Gone.
Inhaled.
I was fucking hungry. Don't put that shit in front of me. Don't think I won't eat it.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was scared you're going to snap it before I took my photo.
Telling you. Okay, so, oh, man, how do I not have that second picture? That will piss me off.
I mean, you keep moving things around.
Well, this is the one. This was important because I was going to show you guys what happened here. I came across this when I was stumbling through the pictures. I was looking for something on Amazon, and this was on Amazon. This was a real picture, and it was there are more than 2 genders. Now, I was going to see if I could find one as a joke to wear one, and they don't have super fat, which is the size I look for. But you said I could drag something in there if I want to show it really bad?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try to do that because this thing was so obnoxious.
Can I bring up a point on this real fast?
Go ahead.
You know how they have like when you want to switch genders, they call it like a procedure, like gender
reassignment surgery.
Yeah, gender reassignment.
Right.
Why do they only have 2 options for that?
Well, yeah, that's kind of that's a point. How can they only have 2 options? It's like if there's 27 genders and you go for a gender surgery, does the doctor come out and go, fill out this form, let us know which one of these 27 genders you'd like to be?
That's pretty weird.
They don't do that.
Anyways,
So-
wait, where's the picture you're trying to show?
All right. I found it. I got to go back here. And then I got to turn off this one here. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'll drag this one in. This is what happens when I clicked on the transgendered t-shirt. This is what came up next. This was their choices. The shirt said 27 genders. And when I went to the next choice on Amazon was, okay, out of your 27 genders, do you want a male or a female shirt? That's what it said. You know, and when you bring this up to these people and you're like, hey, dumbass, shouldn't you have a list of 27 genders to choose from? I mean, I want my shirt to fit, which begs the question, answer me that. If you've got 27 genders, describe one to me. Describe male or female or any one of the 25 other ones. Tell me what it is, especially because what if I decide to be transgendered one day? I want to be able to purchase shirts correctly. I want to look at the thing and go, well, I am kind of a man, but built like a woman, but I have my Johnson, but I'm also getting boobs. I'm over 4 feet tall, so I don't get the Sammy Joe discount. You want to be able to go through all those things and figure out, you know, what you're going to, how come? And if you, and the truth is, when you argue with people, here's what they tell me. Well, when you're purchasing a shirt, you simply figure out which shirt you fit closest into, which one that matches you the closest, and that's what you buy.
Like their body
And
type.
I quickly say, that's all we want from you. Pick which one you mostly fit into and be that. That's all we're saying. The same thing you're saying about shirts is the same thing we're saying about you. Now, I'm not trying to make the world complicated here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. I'm just floating around life like the rest of you. But every now and then, I see something, and I got to speak out loud.
I got lots of sheets here.
All right.
Jared Johnson just got here for the first time with the Bottom of the Glass Nation.
Don't pivot your chair. You look like a child. Sit up straight. Get that hat on straight. Don't be doing none of this while you're talking. There you go. You get settled in. Now present the sheet, son. I'm going to drink.
Oh. Just now? Just now? Only now.
Only now, yeah.
Okay. Phoenix Common Star 2. Marcy says, hey, handsome general, you're looking scrumdiddlyumptious tonight. I cannot. I hate Marcy so
Phoenix
much.
Commissar Marcus, he's a voice actor. He's super talented, and he's an amazing friend of ours. But he is a full-blown man who can do the voice of a 12-year-old girl, and it just sends shivers up my spine.
It's so weird.
I can't.
It's so
You
weird.
Stop it.
Did you see the video of him with like a filter, like a Snapchat filter on, of making him a woman?
No.
Oh my God! I have to show you it after the
Why
stream.
can't, you know what, Marcus? I'd respect it more if you just said, "Good evening, General. You're handsome, and this is Marcus coming at you." I'll take that. Do not do that. Do not do that little girl voice. No.
You know, when he first introduced me to Marcy, I was like, oh, he has, this girlfriend. You know what? It was really cool. And then I was like, why'd he turn off his camera? And then he goes, hey. I'm like, stop.
He did it for, I was in Discord. There's video chat rooms in Discord, which, by the way, reminds me, Mom says her and I, Gen X Mom and I, will be in the video chat rooms after Saturday night show. When Saturday night's Bottom of the Glass show ends, we're all going over to Discord. We're going to spend about an hour in there with you folks in the video chat room. We'll all goof around, talk about stuff. That's where I met his Marcy character. And I was already drunk.
Oh,
it was after 2.5 hours of drinking, and I'm in there going, who did that? Who's in your room with you? And then he pulls his face up and does it again, and that voice coming out of, I about shit a purple Twinkie right there on the spot, I gotta say. Right there on the spot.
I've seen you, I know exactly what kind of reaction you had, because I've seen you twice lose your mind.
I will lose my mind.
One was when you came home and thought your TV was broken.
I almost killed you.
2 is whenever you had the VR headset on and you threw it across the room because you couldn't do anything. He was playing a horror, like, Face Your Fears thing, and there was evil clown coming out of the bathtub because I played it, like, a year ago because I finally, like, was not as scared. Anyways, so it was a clown coming out of the bathtub. You're in a child's bedroom. You can't move, can't do anything. You just got to sit there and deal with it.
Right.
He was freaking out that he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And first off, before he threw off the headset, he was going...
Well, you get consumed by it, man. So I was all in there.
It was very realistic.
Yeah.
And then he just goes, whoa, and just throws the whole headset
It hit
across
the wall.
whole room.
I know. I couldn't take it anymore. I was done.
Yeah.
But tell him what you did with that TV. Don't make it a 20-minute story. Just explain what you did.
So, April Fools 2016. So, I have the bright idea of putting like the broken TV thing on YouTube on the big screen on his big, how big is it?
60 inches.
60-inch TV. It's his baby. Calls it the black box.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It is.
So, I put it looks broken, and I put a baseball.
Okay, hold on. He's not understanding. He's not explaining it right. You can go to YouTube and turn on a channel that when it plays on your TV, it's kind of a black screen and broken screen with colors going through it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a YouTube video.
Yeah.
It just looks like a fucking broken TV. Now do you understand a little? He's not explaining it very clearly at all.
You said not a 20-minute story, man.
I said just explain it. I don't want the. Well, I got it from my friend Josh, who got it from his friend Dave. I don't want all that.
Hey, don't talk bad about Josh.
I wasn't saying Josh. I'm just saying you got to explain the simplest of it. There's a YouTube video. When you play it, it looks like your broken TV, like you smashed the screen. Wow, 4 seconds.
Yeah. And then I put a baseball next to the TV, like I was messing with a baseball. And it was April Fool's.
I came home from work, and I thought he had been fucking around with the baseball in the house and broke my TV. There was a spot on the corner of the TV in the bottom that looked like a ball hit it, and it shattered. There was colors coming through.
Yeah.
I was fucking livid.
Took me 5 seconds before I clicked it and said, it's a YouTube video, because he was
I was coming after him, and my wife got in the way, like, wait. And there's no waiting. Boy must die. I was going to kill him. So we don't play practical jokes on the general very often. I'm very sensitive.
Remember when Sammy put that prank, like gift thing, prank card, like that she sent you, and it like exploded with glitter at the old table, and it had just like a ton of it was just like kept playing a noise, and you told me to shut it up.
I don't remember that. I kind of do.
Okay, well he doesn't remember, but what happened was Sammy sent him a prank, like was it a birthday? I think it was a birthday card, and pretty much. It plays a sound, an annoying song over and over and over again, and the only way to turn it off is to
like rip the battery out of it or something.
Like rip the battery out. But if you try and tear it open, there's a ton of glitter inside of it.
Yeah.
So it gets everywhere. And then you
I kind of remember that now.
Yeah, well, it started playing a noise and he handed it to me. Turn this off. And I was like, oh, I don't want to get pranked because Sammy told me what it was. So I just threw it in the trash can and knew trash
that
was going
didn't
out
help.
tomorrow.
All right, we're back to the pictures now. Let's scroll down. Da-doom. It keeps going. The ginger shirt. All right. I gotta say, I would not put a sticker on my Harley. It's just not what I would do. Cool cats don't do that kind of shit. I might put this sticker on my bike, or I might, if this was a plaque, I might put this on my bike. You know, I might do it. There's reasons to cross that line. This might be one that I do. Just letting you guys know, I stumbled across that, had to save it. Might do it. Just might happen. Nobody has guessed the $2 whore tonight either. So we got to raise a glass. Every one of us has to raise a glass. We all have something in common today. The Democrats have finally come around. It was a big deal. It was a big day. We'll talk about it in a minute. But the Democrats finally came around. Liberals finally made them. And they do it all the time. They just don't like to talk about it. Because the liberals and the Democrats defund the police, fuck the police, the police, until they need one. Then those motherfuckers can't dial 911 fast enough. Then they want the police. No guns, no guns, no guns until you want a gun to defend you. Then the Democrats come running for the police and a gun. And every time they're rioting and they're picketing and they're blocking traffic, don't care about the fire department, don't care about ambulances. If they get blocked, we're just trying to do the right thing and make a change in America. And if traffic stops and police and ambulances and the fire trucks can't get through, well, that's true. Until they need a police or a fire or an ambulance. Then they clear the roads and they're pissed. Get out of the way. You know, my leg is broke. And they hurry. Yeah. So why do I say this? And I'm going to drink this right now. And we'll change screens because we have another big fat welcome aboard to the Democrats. Welcome aboard to the liberals. You're going to love this one. Welcome to building the wall. All the stuff they talk about. all the times. Joe Biden, their campaign promise, there will never be one more foot of that southern border wall constructed once I'm president. Not one inch. We're going to tear it down. No more wall, no more wall, no more wall. Let me give you a little backstory on this, too. Ever since Biden was elected, the wall has not been constructed, as you know. But the pieces of the wall, just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces, and the concrete and the steel and all the stuff that goes along, was sitting out along the border, just rusting. Now, a lot of that was on private property, and the Biden and his administration has been paying rent, has been paying storage on that stuff because it's been out there. He's also been selling it off. Now, this isn't a big story. It's not a big deal. Go look it up if you want to. You can go look it up. It's on the Biden's been paying some rent on the pin and selling off some steel. It's no big deal, but it's what he's been doing. Now, all of a sudden, he's building the wall. Biden says border walls don't work. His administration bypasses laws to build more barriers in South Texas. Now, these are a different type of barrier. They're not exactly the Trump wall, but they're going back up. They're also movable. I heard they're movable. You can move them around, so you can put it where it's needed, but they're putting up 20 miles. Now, I didn't follow up on the rest of the story today. I've been very busy. I was really trying to figure out why. Because that is a big, big, big 180. Do you realize how many people are now pissed? How many people are super angry at him right now? Oh, they're fucking huge angry. And the environmentalists are running around going, oh, the fucking the lizard that goes across the Rio Grande can't get across past the wall now. You're fucking up the ecosystem. They're already screaming and yelling, coming out against Biden. His base is coming out and going, what are you doing? What are you doing? Meanwhile, you got the mayor of New York, you got the mayor of Chicago down on the border going, don't come to our cities. Literally down on the border going, if you come into America, don't come to our cities. Then they're going, hurry up with that fucking wall. No, put it up right fucking here. Hurry. No, we don't care if you come here. Just don't come to Chicago. We got no more room. Could you hurry up with the fucking wall? Let's get the wall. Come on, put it up. Let's go. Get some air in those tires and get moving. That's what they're doing. That's a big fucking hit for Biden and the Democrats. But I don't know why. Is there something coming that we don't know about? Is there something coming up, or did something already happen? And they're like, oh shit, as soon as America finds out, we're fucked. Start putting up the wall so we can show that we're on board. That's the one. There's two things I was looking for. One was, why are they doing it? My first thought was something happened we haven't heard about yet. Some big thing fucking happened, and everyone is going to go ape shit. So they're getting out in front of it, going, no. We're doing. Look, I got a shovel in my hand right now, doing the wall. Hasn't happened yet. I didn't hear about it yet. That's one thing. The next thing is. How are they going to blame Republicans? Because, they have to do that. That's the second part. They have to come out and go, well, the only reason we're building this wall is because of those assholes. I think that'd be great. Blame all the Republicans. Let the Republicans go, good. We're glad we did whatever you said and got the wall going. I wish we'd have known we'd have done this 2 years ago. We'd have done that trick and had you do it. The Republicans will take full credit for whatever, but they got to blame the Republicans somehow. I just don't know what the end game was. I don't know why. I'm not sure why they decided to do that. That's just such a 180. It's a political risk. It's a big hit on their party, and it's making everybody mad. There's so many people that are like, oh my God, you're betraying us. That's a big risk. There's no reason to do that I've seen so far. Why would you risk all your political capital on that? That'd be like tomorrow he comes out and says, all right, anybody who wants to drill for oil, go ahead. All the leases, I'm just going to rubber stamp the leases and approve it. Go drill. You're making enemies in your own party, but there's got to be a reason. I just didn't hear what it was yet. So anyway, we'll see. And you put up the wall, you're going to get less people. And so you can't tell me they're doing it for more votes with more people because it's just not the way it's working out. All right. You guys know about the Mandela Effect. And that's we talked about that in some occasion. We talked about it on the podcast today too. And the basics of it is if a group of people, and it can be anywhere from 60 people to 1,000 people, but if the Mandela Effect is if everybody has the same memory that's proven to not be true. In other words, if there's 60 people in this room, we all say, do you remember when Super Sugar Crisp cereal used to sell those little flying saucers that tasted like pickles? Remember that? And everybody goes, yeah, I had one of those. Yeah, I love Super Sugar Crisp. And I love those little pickle flying saucers. And everybody starts talking about it. Then you find out they never sold them. They never put them in cereal boxes. It never happened. You go to the company, you go to Google, you go to YouTube. There's no videos, there's no record, there's no evidence. You go to Super Sugar Crisp, you knock on the door of Post Cereals and go, remember that? And the Post Cereal guy goes, no, I've been here for 100 years. We never did anything like that. That's just a loose description of the Mandela Effect, how everybody can have collectively the same memory, but it didn't happen. It's provable didn't happen. All right, so I've got one for you, and this isn't a Mandela Effect. I talked about a big one today in my head on the podcast, and I'm hoping if you guys listen to the podcast tomorrow morning, you guys will find proof. You guys will find a picture. I scoured the internet for something. I couldn't find it. I swear, I know for a fact it was part of the 80s or even early 90s. It was a thing. I had it in my hand, many of them, and now they're gone and no one knows what I'm talking about. I did make a couple phone calls to some old friends of mine. I said, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Went down to the corner store, I said, how come nobody else remembers it? Nobody can find a picture of it. Listen to the podcast. But here's one for today. This one's not as common, but this was absolutely 100% true. All right. So you guys know this is George Washington. And this is, it's part of Mount Rushmore, obviously. I think the first time I went there was 85, I think. My grandfather took me up there, and he started telling me the story. No internet, just Encyclopedia Britannica and whatever was locked in the brain of my grandfather. So we drive there. And he tells me, we went to Mount Rushmore, saw the whole thing, and he says, there's an Indian face sculpted in the side of Washington. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, if you get to a certain angle, almost this angle, if I remember right, and he says you can see an Indian carved in, a whole head of an Indian carved into the side of it. We drove up there. We saw the Mount Rushmore, did everything like that. And tourist chat, got a little magnet, got a bumper sticker, got a mug. Driving out, we went around the side. Now, there's two ways you can leave around Rushmore. We went around the way where you can get to this angle. So there's the places you can stop along the way, little turnouts and stuff. And we picked one. We stopped. We got out. My grandpa says, look right there. And he kind of draws it out for me on a piece of paper. And I go, oh, my God, clear as day. Clear as day. I saw it. I'm like, oh, my God, so it's perfectly clear. I could see it. No question about it at all. And there was even when we went through a little tourist town, we go in there, and I used to collect those little, when you go to a motel or a gas station, and they used to have those racks of little brochures of things you can do. And we were, of course, we were near Mount Rushmore, so one of them was Mount Rushmore. And I opened it up, and it had a little drawing, a little red outline of the Indian's head or the Indian's face on Washington. And I was like, oh, far out. We just saw this. I don't have it anymore. It's 40 years ago. I can't find one person to collaborate this story. I can't find one person that knows what I'm talking about. And every time you Google Mount Rushmore in India, and you always come up with Crazy Horse. There's a Crazy Horse monument because it's the Indian monument up there. I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked. I can't find. I know it's a real thing. I didn't make it up in my head. My grandfather showed it to me. I didn't get out of the truck we were driving and look up there and not see it. I saw it. And then it was in the brochure down the road a ways, and we were getting gas someplace. 1,000% it was there. What is Josh saying? I said collaborate. Corroborate.
Also,
hey, nobody's in cahoots with me but me on this one, and I can't fucking prove it, and I was there.
Also, people are asking for the jar. They want to guess, but they can't see it without the jar.
Your mom can't see it without the jar. There is no jar on the screen.
Well, even when you're on your main screen, there was no jar.
I put the jar up on the main screen. No, I put it up on the split screen. All right, when I go back, I will. Anyway, what do you mean it's been fun? Are you out? Do we fire Josh for correcting me? Don't do that.
Yeah, get Josh out of here.
Get Josh out of here.
All right. Josh can't defend you this much.
I'm telling you, that was a real thing, a real place, and I'm not a real idiot. That was 100% a thing back then. So I don't know. There's probably somebody here's got to know if I'm totally full of shit or not, right? That was a big thing.
I got a lot of sheets.
A lot of sheets. All right. So we'll go back there and we'll see the jar's there. There's your jar.
Shannon Brigode Kaufman, $5, asking how's it going.
I mean, guess who's in there? They didn't put anything. Nobody put $2. There's not one thing in the jar. We need to see the jar to guess who it is. Well, you're going to have to put $2 in there first to have the face drop. It won't do you any good just staring at Mrs. Fort Watton's ass.
Robert London, don't sell yourself short. You two are great together. The banter you two have is really entertaining. Thank you, Robert. Much appreciated.
Much appreciated, Robert.
We're going up on the list.
That's what I'm saying.
Doug Dillner. That's a great last name. So did Gen X mom get Josh's pizza yet? Did she?
I think she sent one to Trippy. I don't know.
Mr. Flibble gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships to was not written down. Thanks, Josh. Really appreciate it. Loud one, $5. Evening all, loading in San Francisco for Phoenix Saturday morning. 90% of the stuff in place to go get my truck set up for the rebuild.
Wow. Yeah, but that's going to be expensive.
Any dates on the East Coast tour? $10 from the shoeless one.
The East Coast tour has been canceled, and some of it dropped in there, and that is I don't think that's her. I think that's last week's.
I updated it, man.
I know, but you probably didn't check it and save it like I told you to.
I hit save.
That doesn't mean it's going to work. I have to go through a process sometimes. You're a poor producer.
Oh,
Terrible
you're the one
producer.
Where you're reaching pictures and stuff. I'm
Wow.
not producing this.
This is why I
This is your
drink.
producing gig. This is your producing on this one. Don't you threw me in here at the last second. I
When
didn't
you
know I was
want
gonna be
something
on.
done right, you goddamn have to do it yourself. All right, go with your sheets. Go.
That's why whenever we do my shows, I do it.
Go with your
Shom
sheets.
Jarbo, $20. Remember having to wait till they came out on beta? My mom allowed me to watch it with my dad. With my dad.
Why are you talking like this? As you get confused, you get less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk. Come on, man.
Remember
talk.
having to wait till they came out on beta? My mom allowed me to watch it with my dad when I went to bed.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, my God.
And then he said SKOL.
Skull.
What's that?
That's the chew in your back pocket.
Oh, he said $20.
I have no idea what that's talking about, though.
Me
You still
neither.
haven't told me anything. You're really screwing this up, man. You got
How am I
one
screwing
job.
up
You
what he's
can't-
saying?
Because you're not reading it right, man.
I'm reading it better than how he wrote it.
I don't think so.
Trippy Pineapple, $2 saying hydrate.
Are you questioning our followers? Are
Yes.
you questioning
Yes,
our
I am.
viewers? Yeah, see right here, I'm on the screen. That's Ashley. So you didn't do it. You fucked it up like you always do.
Oh, man. Always.
Yep, every time.
Saturday show went great.
All right, so let's see. Keep reading. I'll keep taking care of your shit here for you.
Kaiser Wilhelm II, here's your $2. And Lionheart, put in $2 for the whore.
Okay, now the correct $2 horse should be abounding.
And
It
then
got shot out of there.
Kristen Hartman, that was beautiful, General. You should definitely write a book, and I should know. I was an English teacher.
See, Kristen Hartman wrote something. She wrote something nice in the comment section about that too. Very encouraging. Yeah.
Disney Mama Sammy Joe says, I love my discount. Shoes are so cheap. Chris Stockham, can we make fun of the Browns owners for their waste of money on the Predator Deshaun Watson?
No kidding. What a messed up
Yeah,
deal that
that's-
is.
Mr. Flibble, so we ask for the whore and now we get no jar. And Michelle Rowe is desperately asking you to talk mechanic to her.
Talk mechanic to her. Like she wants me to answer a specific question, or she just wants me to run my mouth about automotive.
Let me quote.
Okay.
General, talk mechanic to me.
Does she? Okay, I can.
Carburetors.
Yeah, am I right?
Oh,
All right.
man.
What, that's Michelle Rowe.
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle, bring your speakers in. Turn down your lights. Bring your speakers in. Come on now, turn down the lights. Turn up the bass. Okay, close your eyes and bring your speakers in. Really, Michelle, you listening? All right. Carburetors. Shock absorbers. Adjusting your distributor. Let me clean out that air filter for you. And I wanted to let you know something on the performance side of automotive. Injection is nice, but I'd rather be blown. All right, turn the lights back up. We're done.
Why are you holding the mic like that?
Because it was the Wolfman Jack used to do that. Yeah, well, Wolfman Jack used to. Wolfman Jack say, "Come on, bring it in real close now." So Wolfman Jack on KRS 101. That's it. Turn out the lights. Tell your parents to go away. That's Wolfman Jack, man. Come on. If Wolfman can do it, I can certainly do it. Okay, I know you didn't get it, but I guarantee she got it. Okay.
No, $2. Geronimo. Mr. Flibble, $2. I hope mom's chicken bugs. I hope mom's chicken bugs you all night.
Yeah. Your dog runs around with every stuffed animal known to man.
Yeah.
and she set Mr. Flibble's chicken down on the table.
Gone.
And your dog went up and went and just opened his mouth, and I went, "Hey!" And he goes, "Oh, you're there." So Mr. Flibble, I saved your chicken that you gave Gen X mom from the jaws of Riker, because that dog was going to run off with it like he does every stuffed animal.
Chris Stockham, interpreting what he's saying, I think he put an apple brown Betty recipe on Discord.
Who did?
Chris Stockham. Or he's informing us that there is one.
Okay. All right. We're getting closer.
Okay, that's all I got for the sheets right now.
Thank God.
No buzzer beaters here.
Thank God that's over. All right.
Whoa, why are you saying thank God? You know,
because it was
they're
just
telling
a
us
terrible
nice
thing.
things. You're interacting with your fans, and you're saying, "Wow, dude."
I don't know how I feel about this. This has come up before. This specific incident that I'm going to unfold before you fine folks. One of the original stories. This has happened all over the country. But one of the original stories actually happened. One of the very first ones that was national news was here in Bakersfield, and with a teacher named Salazar, and it was all over the news at Liberty High School or Frontier High School, big thing. And now it's back and it's making news again, and I don't know why. Different person, different school, different place, same bat time, same bat channel as I recall, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. High school teacher put on leave after officials discover her OnlyFans page. Now, I know most of you guys are sitting next to your chicks right now going, General, I don't understand right now. What's an OnlyFans page? It's nudity. It's paid sexual nudity. Now, on one aspect, it's like, look, this chick after hours can do whatever she wants. I don't know if there's a morality clause that you sign when you become a teacher or not. I'm sure they don't teach you about that in college. I'm sure at universities, they're like, just free. You take off all your clothes and run throwing dandelions in the air and do what you want. I'm sure that's what they teach on your way to getting your degree. But I'm not sure what kind of a morality clause you have to sign when you become a teacher, that you don't touch a student, don't kiss a student, none of that. No. You can't pull the Joe Biden hair sniffing thing on students when you're a teacher. We all understand that. Everybody except the president. However, if you're a teacher and you're gonna work at a strip club at night, you're gonna have an OnlyFans page at night. Big part of me says, do what you want. It's your life. You're a private citizen. Do what you want. Now, the other part of that is you are representing the school. You are representing the community. There might be some guidelines, some social guidelines you should common sense follow. I don't know if you can legally terminate you over it. But now these are high school students. I guarantee that every one of those kids swiped their dad's credit card and has contributed to this lady's retirement. I don't care. Would I care if it was sixth graders? Yeah, I think I would. But that's an age thing. That's an age. They're not ready to accept any of the responsibility of what they see. Probably a 17-year-old, he's probably already got a better grasp on that than a sixth grader. It's just I don't know. Now there's some of you going, that's sick and disgusting, and I would never. And she needs to be fired and run out of the country. All right. There's also some of you going, all right, what's her OnlyFans page number? Let me grab my credit card. What?
Trippy said, what's her at? Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. I'm just saying this comes up every now and then. I think if I had to be strictly constitutionalist on it, she can do what she wants. I'm kind of going to leave it alone at the high school level, but if you go younger than that, now you're just inviting trouble to kids in an area that they're not ready to deal with. That's my thought on it.
The funny part that I see about this, just the title of this, is that school officials discover her OnlyFans. Yeah. So what school official was like, hey, I know her?
Now, was that the principal? Was that the janitor coming up going with a printout? Is this you? Or was that the school principal calling her into the office and go, I want my $20 back? You know, I'm just saying, the school officials, I wonder how they found out.
Yeah, probably from students, but
how did they find out? I mean,
I don't know, man.
She had to tell him. She had to tell somebody. I don't know. A secret's only a secret when everybody else but you is dead. That's the rule. All right, moving on.
What are we moving on to?
Well,
hey, wait, I left. Well, I thought we were moving on to something.
No, I'm moving on.
You're leaving me behind in the dust?
Could
Why?
you shut up for
Why
5
are you leaving me behind,
fucking seconds?
This duo, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work if we're not duoing this, you know?
You know what?
Just because you like the TV show Suits doesn't mean you can talk about it at all times.
Divorce me.
You don't have papers on me. Actually, yeah, you do. I don't have papers on you. This sucks.
So in the series Suits, it just says Suits sets streaming record. chart record for most weeks at #1. Listen, I'm part of that number. I had no idea that Suits had 8 seasons. It's been off the air for years. All of a sudden, it shows up it was actually on a TikTok feed or something, or a Reels feed. And I thought, what is this? What's this TV show? I saw a couple things on, so I went and looked. I was addicted. I binge watched all 8 seasons. I loved it. And I got to tell you, I'm kind of like that about stuff. Like, if you come to me and say, hey, there's this new series out called Game of Thrones. There's a bunch of naked people and their swords, and you got to watch it. If it was a friend of mine, or that's how you presented it, I might be on board. I might say, oh, all right, I'll check out Game of Thrones. But what happened? Game of Thrones came out, and everybody just went overhyped. Oh, my God. They're jumping up and down and throwing that. You got to see, you got to see, you got to see it. If you don't see it, you got to see it. And I'm like, okay, now I don't want to. Too many people were just on board screaming and yelling like stark raving lunatics. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. It was out 3 years before I even watched one episode. You can absolutely just scare me off going, nope, not interested. I have never seen Lost. That was one of the biggest series out there, from what I can tell. And everybody thought Lost was the greatest thing ever. I've never seen one episode. I heard the ending sucked. It was ranked as one of the worst endings to a TV series of all time. All right. I don't know. I never have, because it wasn't just someone coming up to me and going, hey, this is really good. Here's some stuff in it. You got to check it out. I'll go down that road. But not when 35 people are screaming like they're at a private rave and throwing shit in the air and everybody's shaking and going bananas. I'm just trying to get the fuck out the front door at that point. You guys turn me off on that shit and I won't do it. But I was a big fan of Mad Men. And when I saw Mad Men, I've watched the whole season probably 5 or 6 times. When Suits came out and I caught a glimpse of that, it was like Mad Men, but with lawyers and a little more comedy. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great fucking show. So when you see that stat come up and it pops up on your Google feed, oh, look at it. Suits is I'm one of them. I'm one of the people who has contributed to that final number of Suits being so good. I thought it was great. There's a lot of good stuff in it. The kid's back. What do you want?
Yes, we got a little bit of sheets, and then you ready to?
I don't know. I'm still having a good time here, so go.
Oh, okay. We got just a few sheets.
Go the sheets.
Rome says, Rome wants her $2. She wants her $2.
She wants her $2?
Yeah. I don't know where she's getting this $2.
I don't know. how.
Probably
why
asking
I have
somebody else in the
$2?
chat. Just ask
somebody. It's not me.
Samuel Pancake says, breaking news just popped up on my phone. Biden just enacted direct deportation at the border. At the border.
At the border?
Yeah. Direct deportation at the border.
Direct deportation at the border. There's a lot of D's in there.
Yeah.
You know what? That's another thing. Why? That is something that the Democrats and the liberals have been against. That is absolutely 180-degree about face. It's got to be something happened. We're going to find out that like 16 families of children died or were trafficked or something. There's got to be something coming up that they're trying to get out in front of. Look at us. We've changed directions. We're good people. Mm-hmm. Has to be. Go ahead.
There's nothing else. I told you just a few things.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can be done with you, so we'll go there and kick off. All right. So the last thing I want to do before we go, there's a couple things in here. Mrs. Forwatton was so lovely and so kind and so honest. The other day, she sent me a link in an email, and she goes, here's some interesting things to look at. Now, I'm not sure if she thought the show was so goddamn boring that she had to give me these, and maybe she did. Or maybe she was like, yeah, I found some cool stuff. It's right up your alley. I'm not sure. I'm going to choose the latter because... for the first time in our friendship, she has sent me something, and if it was under the pretense of you need to step up your show, you got to step up your game. Here's some stuff to talk about. Well, then I got issues. So I didn't get to them. The kid was going to give these to me about 2 weeks ago. He was going to just randomly put some stuff up there. I don't have them labeled. I don't know which coming up. I'll put up a few. We'll talk about it real quick, and we'll see what. But these are from Mrs. Forwatton, things that we should be commenting on in the world. Pepsi was originally called Brad's Drink.
Brad's?
Was originally called Brad's Drink. Well, thank God they changed it, because I would not be drinking Brad's Drink.
You wouldn't drink Brad's Drink?
I wouldn't drink Brad's Drink.
Not?
You can't say Brad's Drink, the choice of a new generation.
Toss me a Brad.
Toss you a Brad? No.
That sounds cool.
I'm not, there's no way I would do that.
If they shortened it to Brad, they would have had it.
Okay, this is why your generation sucks.
Toss me a Brad.
All right, what's the next one? There's another one in here. George Washington lost more battles than he won.
But that's the thing. He may have lost the battle, but he won the war. He won the important battle.
I want to tell you this one. George Washington lost more battles than he won. Then I'm in good company, because I will tell you right now, I have easily lost more battles than I've won. Easily. So I feel good tonight. I am in good company.
Hey, see me on Civilization. I don't lose battles.
Okay, that is a computer simulation. It's a video game.
Hey, that's still a battle.
George and I, we fought our battles in real life, son. We fought our battles in real life. That's right. You take that one to the bank. All right, what's the next one? There's another one in here. Bum, 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 bum. Russian Tsar Peter the Great established a tax on beards. Now I know why. I have always hated Russians. All the way back to the beginning of time, I have not liked Russians. Now I know why.
That is a very weird
Why would you
tax.
have a beard tax?
How does that even work?
If you got a beard, he walks up and goes, "Give me $5." What else can it be?
Is it It might be a tax on shaving beards.
No, it just says a tax on beards. Like,
I know, but
if you got a beard, you walk up, give me $1. That's what it is.
But why would he do that?
They're fucking Russians, man. I'm just telling you, those old school
Isn't it
Russians
cold?
were no
Wouldn't he
fun.
want his people to be like more warm in the face?
They want to be like him. That was all. Pope Francis was once a bouncer at a nightclub. Where do you want to go with that
There's
conversation?
no way. There's no way that's real.
It's got to be real. It's on the internet.
Oh yeah, of
Mrs.
course.
Four sent it to me. You going to doubt Mrs. Four?
Was she the one who sourced it?
Maybe she was there.
She might have.
She might have been there.
I heard
She might have been the bartender.
I heard that she knew Burger King when he was Burger Prince.
I mean, this guy's, that's, if you're a bouncer, you're like, oh, many diggity, and then he yards you over the fucking wall if you don't pay attention. That's just some pluses to that. You get some people getting rowdy in the fourth pew. He gonna step down and take off his garb and get after it. That's nice to know that your Pope can throw down. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, what else? It's a myth that you use only 10% of your brain.
Well, yeah, I'd assume that. Obviously, there's neurons firing all over my brain. It's not just 90% dead space. That's why lobotomies don't work.
In you, it could be. You could have.
But the average human, no.
Hey, did they use math to figure that out? Or did they use more than 10% of their brain to figure this out?
They just use common sense.
I'm just letting you know. I got some questions here. What math, how much of your brain did you use to disprove this myth?
All of it. More than 10%.
All right, what's another one? McDonald's once tried making bubblegum flavored broccoli. Why would McDonald's make broccoli at all?
First off,
I know something about this.
How much weed was that guy smoking?
When they did, it's like, we got to try some, we're gonna go get some of that. Listen, the whole deal is that they didn't, I read something on this a long time ago. They never put it into production. It was never for sale, but they did make it. They did try it. They produced it. It just never got out into the restaurants. But it was made, the story goes, they made bubblegum flavored broccoli so kids would eat their broccoli.
Yeah, but it would be healthy for you at that point.
I guess it was. It was the idea.
I don't know, man.
I guess it was.
I don't like
McDonald's is healthy. What was that thing we heard today on the internet?
what?
On TikTok, the guy goes,
Oh.
he goes,
Yeah.
He goes, I'm Taco Bell, man. I'm not a fast food guy, but I will knock some shit out of Taco Bell. Not McDonald's, though. McDonald's lies to you. McDonald's comes on the radio and their commercials say, hey, we got some healthy salad. We got some healthy stuff for you here. Come down to McDonald's.
Yeah, Taco Bell.
We got healthy stuff.
Yeah, Taco Bell gives it to you straight.
They won't lie to you. Taco Bell will give it to you
We're
straight.
putting stuff in Doritos, man.
Put the stuff in Doritos. Get down here.
Yeah.
And we're open till midnight. Come on. They're
Anytime you want. We're open like till 3 a.m. Just come on down.
They're very upfront. It was a comedian on TikTok.
Yeah, Andrew Wallace.
I think this is great. We won't lie to you. We're putting some cool shit in Doritos. You got to check it out.
What's
Another one?
Oh, Jinx.
Beer makes humans more attractive to mosquitoes. Beer makes humans more attractive to mosquitoes.
Well, beer makes humans more attractive to other humans. Am I right?
Well, it's done it for me before. Oh, yeah. You get your bear goggles on. You're too young to know what bear goggles are.
I don't know what
you
those
got
are.
your bear goggles on,
around.
and you go home with a 10, you wake up with a 5. because you're looking at everything through 12 beers, and they all look different. But beer makes humans more attracted to mosquitoes. How do they get the mosquitoes to drink the beer?
No. It's like the beer. Maybe it's the scent of the beer on you, or maybe it's like.
Oh, so if a human drinks beer,
Yeah, mosquitoes.
then a mosquito. So the mosquitoes don't drink the beer?
No.
All right, well, that's a new switch for me. All right, I'll go along with that.
We don't get bit by mosquitoes. I don't know why.
Lamborghini began making tractors.
Wow, they
Lamborghini
really.
should have stayed making tractors.
Why?
I don't like Lamborghinis at all.
Why? What's wrong with them?
I don't like working on them. I don't like the way they ride. I
You've
don't
worked on a Lamborghini?
once. Yeah,
What was wrong with it?
it didn't run right. Could I figure it out? No.
It was broken.
It was where was I? It was a Lamborghini that wasn't supposed to be there. It was at Bill Rudd Motors. They asked him if he would work on it. He didn't work on Lamborghinis, but he worked on a lot of high-end stuff. But I don't think it was. I think it was. I got to work there one day at Bill Rudd Motors, kind of a test day to see if I could work on theirs, and they didn't keep me. They wouldn't let me work there.
Oh.
So
What was it? But
so Lamborghini should have stayed making tractors.
I don't know. I feel like they do better making cool cars.
I think they should have tractor races at Le Mans.
That would be hilarious. They do have tractor races. Have you seen tractor races? They build tractors like specifically for racing,
What kind of racing?
like drag racing.
Oh, yeah, like tractor pulls.
Yeah, but they're not pulling any. The tractor isn't being pulled. They're just going.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, that's some
Pretty
redneck
cool.
hillbilly stuff.
Oh, it's amazing.
Marie Antoinette never said, "Let them eat cake." You know how many movies?
Obviously, she doesn't speak English.
Well, yeah. Okay, now you solved it. Do you know how many movies that let them eat cake? That's been like a thing in history for a long time, and it ruins movies. It ruins TV. It ruins stories, poetry. It ruins music. There's so many references, and if you come along and say some shit like that, you're ripping the culture out of the world, man.
Okay, but like, she still had the same intent. Like, she would have said it if she thought it in the moment.
You just tried to pass off something as like she would have said it if she had thought about it.
Yeah.
So that counts?
Well, it's still the same meaning, you know?
I'm going to try that. Your Honor, I would have paid my taxes had I thought about it. So we're good, right?
That's not the same. That's not the same.
It's completely the same thing.
Completely different situation.
What the fuck are you talking about?
She still had the same mindset, you know?
But you just said she would have said it had she thought about it. And that's supposed to count. How the fuck does that count?
Yeah, but that's if you had paid your tax. You didn't do it. She said something very similar, just not the same thing. She said things like that.
I don't know.
If you had paid your taxes in a different way and they're mad at you, you'd be like, oh, I would have done it the correct way if I knew. That's the situation.
I don't know. It's kind of a stretch what you're saying there.
No, it's not. What's the stretch is that when
kind
you're
of a
paying
stretch.
taxes the wrong way?
It's because you eat both ways. It didn't happen. It was gonna, but it didn't happen.
Dude, you want to know what I want to do?
I have no idea.
I want to
what
get like one of those like big baguettes, right? A
you just
baguette.
call me dude.
Yeah. That's what you are. You're or dudeness
Just go.
or duderino.
Duderino. If you're not into the whole brevity thing. Go ahead.
So I want to get like a really big baguette, right? I want to slice it in half this way, so I have two really long pieces of bread, and I want to make a PB&J the long way. And just get PB&J on each of it, just like a
Ladies
really
and gentlemen, you
long
can write us a letter and
PB&J.
we will give you the last 45 seconds of your life back.
Dude, I
because
just
that
want
was
a really
complete waste.
long
All right.
PB&J.
Moving on. What
Would
do we
you
got?
eat that if you saw a wait? Oh, I have a hold on. I have a
Pigskin
great.
Pick'em should be off the air. Marie Antoinette. And we got her.
What do you? Why do you have
and-
Pigskin pick them up? There?
All right. The Mall of America. Where did we say that mall was?
Minnesota.
The biggest mall, the Mall of America, is known for its stature and its stuff and how it takes you 4 days to walk around it half a time, and it's owned by Canadians?
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's near the Canadian border.
So what?
Was it built by a Canadian, or do they
That's
just own
just
it
like
now?
finding out that Disneyland's owned by Mongolia. It would ruin it.
Mongolia.
Yeah, it would ruin it. You find out.
Mongolia.
Well, yeah.
Wow, that's a very random country to choose just to own Disney.
Well, what is Canada doing owning the greatest mall in America? Why are they doing that?
I don't know. Disney has openly stated in their movie Milan that they hate Mongolians.
So now it's even weirder if Mongolia
Oh
owns it.
yeah, that's really weird.
All right, well, I'm just telling you.
Hold on, I have a very good hypothetical question for you.
Hurry up, man.
Right? Okay.
You are hijacking my show.
No.
Go.
It's a duo show.
All right.
Okay. If hear me out. Nothing good happens after someone says, hear me out.
Yeah, no shit. Unless I start drinking. All right, I'm going to drink again.
Okay. How many versions of your 12-year-old self could you take in a fight to the death? Now, there's some rules. You don't have any weapons. It's just you how you are right now. And every 60 seconds, one more of your 12-year-old self comes through.
How many of my, right now?
Yeah.
In my fatness?
Yes.
60.
60?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't kill him in 60 seconds, then you got to, then another one comes.
I could take on 60 of my 12-year-old selves. My 12-year-old self wasn't as tough as I thought he was. I know now.
Oh, but
now, if you said 14 or 15, I'd have to change that number.
But okay, what would it be if you're like 15?
15? How many of my 15-year-old selves?
Yeah.
12. I couldn't. That's the number to go down.
I could totally roll my 12-year-old self. My 12-year-old self was a little wimp. Just totally roll
You're
him.
still a wimp now. Shut up.
Not as much though.
About?
Not as much though. I totally, because now I know how much.
You're just a wimp who can do pull-ups now. That's the difference.
I could just make fun of him and he just run away.
All right, what's the next one? We're almost done there. Okay, this is stupid. Male squirrels get smarter in the fall. Well, no shit. They get hungry. They got to figure out where the food is.
I think I'm less smart when I'm hungry.
Well, they get hungry. They get desperate. They will get creative.
Dude, look at that squirrel flex.
Everybody would know that.
That squirrel's flexing. He's like, oh, the camera's up there. Oh,
he's holding his acorn. He's not flexing.
No, he sees the camera. He's like, yeah.
Look at it's this. That's not even that's a stupid fact. Squirrels get smarter when they get hungry.
People are asking me if I've been smoking. If I've been smoking that za.
Because your eyes are red and you got the chronic cough and sore throat going on?
No, it's because I'm saying like random stuff. No, this is how I am. I have not partaken in that za, that devil's lettuce, as you may say.
You're just an idiot.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, let's wrap it up there. That was another bottom of the glass show.
Wait.
We kept it lighthearted. We kept it fun. We kept it in a direction. We touched on politics a little bit here and there, but we did the thing, man. We did our job.
So can I get the PB&J the long way?
Not a chance.
Why?
Because that is one of the dumbest things ever.
That's such a good idea.
How long is this thing going to be?
Like the longest baguette I can get.
So what if it's like 10 feet? What if they make a baguette 10 feet?
Yeah, then
long?
I'm going to make a 10-foot PB&J.
And do what with it? You
eat it.
No, you couldn't. I don't know, man. That just seemed...
Come on, man. You don't want a really long PB&J?
Not even for a little bit, man.
Isn't that just a little funny to you?
Especially when it's a baguette. I like it when my wife cuts the crust off the bread for me. I'm certainly not going to mow down one of those hearty turtleback things you're talking about.
Okay, what if it's just really long piece of bread? Like the longest piece of bread I could find. Like a whole loaf. Just a big loaf of bread. And I just...
Why are we talking about it? What a fucking stupid thing.
Because it's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Oh man, it's barely an idea. It's certainly not a great one. All right, you're making me.
When I go down to LA tomorrow, I will get the
Don't come back.
Oh,
stay down there for a month.
Just don't come back.
Get this out of your system. Come back when you're healthy, because you definitely got issues. All right, listen, I'm going to sign off and say goodbye. I'm going to push the button and flip the lever and get out of here. The kids got to go. I got to go. He was a partially good co-host tonight, reading the sheets, keeping up on things. We did some good stuff. We got some better shows coming up, but this one was solid, man. We talked about some important issues here.
Like the PB&J. Like the PB&J.
Not the PB&J thing.
I'm telling you.
Do not go into YouTube and rename this the PB&J thing.
I will make this the PB&J. The PB&J the long way.
Listen, we got to go. We got to get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. We do appreciate you guys. Gen X Talks wouldn't be anything without you. We love the Bottom of the Glass Nation. We love showing up Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Tomorrow morning is going to be a world show at 10 a.m. Los Angeles time.
Yes, sir.
And then Saturday, we got a big show coming up. All of us will be here. Gen X Mom will be on the camera too. Got a lot of stuff planned for that night, plus an hour afterwards inside Discord. Remember, wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys where? You heard me. You said it. On the flip side.
Very important.
3 years of doing live streams, I've never turned the stream back on again, ever. Not after we've turned it off. But apparently, Josh Maddox is crying in there. He's like, well, I tried. And somebody's saying Josh is crying, Josh is screaming.
Yeah.
So we scroll back up. And the first thing that came to my mind was, what'd you miss? Because I knew you missed something.
Yeah, I guess we
What'd you
missed-
fuck up? Come on, let's get to it.
Well, it's Mrs. Four's wedding anniversary with Burger Prince.
She does not marry Burger Prince. She has a very fine, upstanding, noble husband.
Okay, well, it's their wedding anniversary. Woo!
But why didn't you say that when the show was going on?
Because I didn't know there was anything else in the sheets. It was so
You
slow.
have the sheets in front of you.
I got the chat. Okay. Do you want me to have the chat open or the sheets?
Oh, I'm sorry, Princess. I used to do the show by myself with the chat, with the sheets, and the pictures.
With 2 monitors, a big old Mac, and I got this little tiny little.
There's just
Dell
you,
computer
man.
up here.
All you got to do is have the sheets open. That's your one job, and you fucked it up. You fucked it up. Her life was
You're
in your
out of your
hands.
element. You're out of your element, Dan. You're out of your element. This is tech stuff.
Her
okay?
life was in your hands.
You're. This is our concern,
That
dude.
poor woman.
This is our concern, dude.
The plane has crashed into the mountain. All right, so Mrs. Fort Watton, happy anniversary. I have no idea how long you've been married. I don't even really know how old you are. In my mind, you're 35 years old, and you've been married for 15 minutes because you don't need a man in your life. That's how good you are. But I'm sure I have never met her husband. I've never heard his name. But
Burger Prince.
it's not Burger Prince. He's got to be a cool cat to be married to Mrs. Four.
Burger Prince? Are you saying Burger Prince is not cool?
Okay, he's cooler than Burger Prince. Come on, he's Burger Prince.
Burger Prince.
All
cool.
right. Anyway, so we jump back on. We've never done that before. Now we're going to say goodbye. Now we're out of here. Mrs.
Yeah.
Ford, hope you had a happy anniversary today and a wonderful day tomorrow. And I will see you later on tonight if you're chatting in the middle of the night. Mrs. Ford keeps some weird hours. Sometimes I wake up at 3 a.m. and she's online going, hey, what are you doing up? I'm like, whoa. Yeah, she's got a very unusual schedule, but it's hers and she keeps
Kinda
it.
like Mom.
Kind of like Mom. Yeah, they're very similar in that. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in once again.
See you
I'm not sure
guys.
where you tuned in from, AM, FM, Sirius, XM, or perhaps on the Armed Service Radio Network. But once again, wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.